Wow, there's 4 people in here. For some reason. While I finish setting up, and tell a blatant lie in the channel and description. Because it says I'm playing Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, which I am not doing. Because I shot a trial video of it, and I realized this is something that I'm going to want to archive for my own, like, personal reference. It's not something that I would be really broadcasting or presenting in public outside of whoever happened to join the channel. I don't plan to really engage with any of the chat when I begin that project. But what I do want is a recording with archival quality voiceover, and as you can no doubt tell if you do have volume, the microphone I'm using sucks shit. It's garbage. So I can't, in good faith and good conscience, record myself playing or starting Mario RPG until I have the tools required to ensure that the recording is of highest quality that I can afford. So that put a little damper in my plans for the night. So I figured I would just do a test stream of myself playing Persona 5 Royal, which I've been playing and enjoying over the past couple weeks here and there. And yeah, this version of the game, I played the original Persona 5 at launch, and I mostly really enjoyed it. I thought it was a spectacular game. But I did feel that it was lacking in some respects, and frustrating in others, and I'm happy to report that this Royal update, reversioning, etc., really fixes almost all of the issues that I had, which rocks. I am really enjoying myself. One of the things I love about it is just how goddamn smooth it is. You know, frame rate isn't really something that I really stay up at night thinking about at all, but I do like a nice fluid picture, and yeah, seeing the camera movements when you enter combat, and you know, the animations all having a little bit of a higher refresh rate really goes a long way to making the presentation feel even more just hyper polished, which is what I really appreciate the Persona team for. They have a extremely high standard in the way that they present what they make, and which is why sometimes they're a little too fucking annoying regarding how that work is presented. You know, they're streaming bullshit, and some just like really backwards reactionary takes on the video game industry and some of their social commentary in these games, while usually not very frustrating, actually. Some of this, a lot of it, I have found to be quite enjoyable, and relatable in, you know, thoughts and beliefs I identify with, sometimes they can get a little too nihilistic for my tastes. Just a little too cynical, maybe. And obviously the fatphobic and homophobic and transphobic shit can all go fucking take a hike as far as I'm concerned. I understand that that team is a bunch of old Japanese dudes and they're still learning, but they are published by a multi-million-dollar organization, right? Anyway, so I just did all the fun shit. I just finished a fight, like an end boss, and I am now awaiting the change of heart. I'm playing this game without any sort of guide, because I played through this game already, and I find the tedious process of playing this game while, like, constantly looking up information sounds like a fucking nightmare. And I know it is because I've done it multiple times. And I'd rather... And I think the game has done a very good job making concessions towards allowing a playthrough like this to occur. I'd much rather just allow myself to kind of just do whatever the fuck I want, which I feel is sort of aligned with the intention of the game. You know, it's not a coincidence that the load screen says take your time every 5 minutes or so. You know, it's a very stylish way to try to communicate to the player, besides the constant hand holding. Hey, you know, don't sweat it so much. I wonder if I can do anything with my evening here. Can I, like, read a book? I can sit on this chair. I can't do anything with the TV. I cannot water this plant. This plant is kind of a weird thing because you get, like, free social points from it, if I remember. Yeah, I can make some shit. So yeah, people who know how this game works, you have a crafting system that is localized completely to your desk in your bedroom, and you can use it to craft items that you can use in the dungeon. So like a Go-Ho-M, or Go-Homes as I call them, Go-Ho-M, those are like a quick teleportation back to home if you're like deeply fucked and just having your ship pushed in by monstros or demons. Calming aroma, I don't know what that does. Oh, a tonic that calms an enemy's nerves. I don't think we'll be needing that. The adjustments they made to the gameplay in this, I'm playing on normal, have made the game very low stress in regards to execution. I don't really have to, like, think too hard, which is like one of the aforementioned concessions I think that this version makes to make it a little bit less stressful. I could always bump it up to hard if I wanted to anyway, you know, but again, I've already gone through all that. I'm just here to soak in the art direction and the presentation. It's just all so lovely. Spotlight, air cannon. I don't need any of that stuff. The game also gave me a bunch of it for free. No, don't stop. Don't stop. We'll just make lockpicks. You can never have enough of these. You need them until I think you can craft a master lockpick later in the game, or achieve one through some sort of trial. But really, what I'm just trying to do is get proficiency points. I've installed a mod that tracks just how many points. I have made a few quality of life concessions for myself here. This image here demonstrates that I have a mod installed that gives me the remaining points that I need in order to gain a level in one of my social stats, which can come in handy in terms of like decision making when I'm going about my day, and really is one of those pieces of information that In my opinion, I'm not a fucking video game designer. In my opinion, the way I see it, I think that information being withheld from the player is not necessary. We're listening to a brisk student. I am not going to, incidentally, I'm not going to read any of the dialogue out loud. I find that obnoxious. I do like doing funny voices, but I really want to sort of keep this channel from more of a analytical approach rather than comedic. The last time I did streaming was back in, I want to say 2014, 2015. Maybe around, yeah, I don't even think I was 30 yet. And I followed the traditional approach, you know. I had a little camera set up, and I had like a little description, and you know, I never like went as hard as like adhering to a schedule or anything like that. But what I did do was I presented myself on camera, and I was definitely like presenting something that was not me. I was trying to present some kind of like entertainment. And that was, like I said, almost 10 years ago, right? And this platform, and I think this delivery method, I hesitate to call it art, although it is technically a performance. And it's really only, that's no offense meant to any Twitch streamer. That's more just about the platform being, platforms competing are all run by like some shitty ass companies that it just sucks. But anyway, long story short, yeah, this time I was like, well, you know, fuck it. I've got a lot of thoughts, and I like to play video games, and I like the idea of maybe taking that video game time and using it a little bit more productively. Now that I've sort of narrowed my focus on video games to being something more as a pastime or hobby rather than a obsession. So now it's like, well, you know, hobbies are fun with other people. It's no longer like this. I'm no longer kind of framing it in the context of like, oh, this is my specialization. You know, I need to be an academic video game historian / researcher. No, it's just they're important to me, and I think it's a fantastic medium that's held back and due to the nature of the business in so many ways, and I certainly should play far more independent games than I do. But it's such a enormous, expensive, inaccessible, and collaborative art form that I do quite like these gigantic, labored over, multi-million-dollar dioramas that are JRPGs. I find them fascinating. A little model kit that you can walk around in and, you know, explore, and it's all tied and married to mechanics that, you know, value a considered and immersive approach rather than, you know, reflexes, which I love that shit too, don't get me wrong. I don't want any. I guess there's a lot in this world you can... Okay, so one of the nice quality of life features here is that I have a log. Oh, okay, they're talking about yakisoba. Just like a fried noodle dish? Wait, no, yes. Or like a grilled? Because yakitori is like a grilled chicken skewer. So yakisoba, I think, is like a grilled noodle thing. Yeah, no, I definitely want some. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you want to try to get some? Yeah. I just said I wasn't gonna read, but I'm not gonna do the voices. I may read from time to time. I am. This might be a turn off to some people. I don't think it's really all that consequential, but I am playing with the Japanese voice track. I played with the English dub during Persona 5, and I found the localization of that game to really be at odds with the voice performances, because it was at times very literally translated, and just hearing English being used for like very literal translated Japanese is just nails on the fucking chalkboard for me, as someone who went through many watched a lot of anime as a kid. Also, I think I'm really impressed with the cast, the Japanese cast so far. I think they do a great job. Specifically, really enjoy Kamoshida. He has this like really sinister, pervy, quality, sleazy tone to his voice, but it's also, when he is in demon form, it's genuinely unsettling to listen to. And it's also just a little less distracting, because I'm not having that cognitive dissonance of like English people saying kun and san, and the train announcements are all in Japanese. I've been to Japan a couple times, and that just feels so good to hear. Just reminds me of that time, and that for me personally, that is something that I would prefer over the ease of an English sub to kind of do some of the translation in my head of what people are saying and communicating for me. But I thought the English dub was... The performances were really good. Except for... not to talk shit about anybody. I didn't like Morgana. But that was mostly to do with... Maybe it's because the performer did such a good job. Character really frustrated me. Japanese Morgana is a little less... I guess it doesn't go against the grain as much in terms of like what I would think a talking mascot would sound like, mascot character, considering they literally got the Japanese voice actress for Pikachu to do that role. So it's like, oh yeah, of course, duh, that's exactly the right voice. Why would you ever, if you can get that person, you know? It would be like if I was making a cereal, you know, I'd get Tony the Tiger on the line, like, baby, let's talk. I think he passed away a long time ago, but... Yeah, so I think what happened here, the talk about... Yeah, okay. So it sounds like we might be in the clear. Spoilers, I remember that everything turned out okay. I also never like, I don't like the trope in Japanese games where, instead of voicing the entire line, they'll just say like a exclamation tied to, that's like sort of correlates to the dialogue on screen. When that gets translated into English, it just sounds weird. Like, no, we don't... English games aren't done that way. We just you know, either deliver the entire line or we leave it unvoiced. Those sorts of like Japanese affirmatives and like common phrases are just so intrinsic to their culture, and like obviously again translating that kind of shit is insanely hard. I think they do a fantastic job, but it's just not quite there. I'm trying to play as, like, respectful towards An. I'm always like, I'm never like patronizing to her, like, oh, you're going through such a hard time. Oh, like, I'm so sorry about your friend. I'm always just kind of like trying to play the role of like support a friend, like, hey, like, go do this, do that. Nice work. I really wish you could roleplay a little bit better in these games. Bop 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 ba bum bum. I'm gonna go train. Yo, I'm gonna go train. You wanna join in? Yeah, I think that's smart thinking, Ryuji. I'll have to think about it though. Yes, Garcia. My character name is Burgers Garcia. Unfortunately, like, well, it is funny that a Japanese student has a surname of Garcia, a family name of Garcia. I do wish people would call me Burgers more often, or Burgers-san, or Burgers-kun. I should have probably swapped the family name and given name, but Garcia Burgers is also really good, so yeah, fuck, I don't know. What's with these Phantom Thieves? What's happening on campus? I'm not concerned about Kamoshida. I'll ask what's going on campus. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Whoops. I think I installed, like, I don't know if this is in the other, like, the regular shipped version. I think I may have installed, like, a Save Anywhere mod. I can't even fucking remember. But, like, that's another thing. It's just like, oh, that should just... Why would you not have that? I mean, hey, consoles have suspend mode, so it's not as probably something that you really consider as much. Shit. Playing video games and talking at the same time is extremely difficult. Yeah, so freaking antsy, I can relate. Oh, right. So I, liberally use the assist feature also. I don't necessarily, like, follow it every single thing it says, or, follow everything it says, but I do like to see what other people were doing. I think it's also kind of funny sometimes because, seeing the groupthink. I think I might go spend time with Takemi. I've done all the thievery shit, and I am usually of the mind to grind social links until I get to, and like kind of just like keep in the back burner, like especially during the evening, like really focus on like high return social points. And I usually go for knowledge first because that, it's you're a school student. Knowledge is very helpful because of all the exams and the little treats you get. And also, that's kind of how I would want to prioritize my time if I was a 17, 16-year-old who could do it all over again. I would probably hit the books more often. This doesn't seem to lead anywhere. Oh, I was probably supposed to get on the thing. Yeah, shit. Alright. Let's take inventory here. I think we were gonna hang out with Ryuji. Or Takemi. Takemi. I don't know. I think she's in the fucking town. So the map only allows me to visit... Oh, okay, there's a rail map too. When looking at the rail map, a card icon may appear by the name of the station. This hints that there may be one or more confidants in that area. Okay. So yeah, the tarot cards represent a person I can hang out with, and I think she's in the back streets. I'm trying to remember how to run. R2. Hey, look at that. This is not how I would phrase it, but yeah. I'm not going to beg. I don't want to, you know, put this woman in a tight spot that she doesn't want to be in. No, that sort of external pressure is not necessary to forge a relationship with your doctor. I love that Persona games still have women characters who wear chokers. Oh, that's good. She looks great, you know. It's a good look. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't think I could be honest with her. Yeah, and the game is on the same lines. I mean, this is what I guess this is a little more direct than studying, which is pretty vague. But this also, like, kind of insinuates as a temporary thing, which I believe my character would still be under the impression that it is, so yeah, I'm gonna go, it's for my exams. Yeah, I'm not gonna start threatening her already. We don't need to play that card. Yeah, I mean, let me know what I can do. Yes. Weird sexual undercurrent to that. And like to go along with that, I'm not even going to be asking. Just, you know, what do you need? Yes, I will stunt cock. I will fluff. I will do whatever you need. Somewhere, some guy is definitely getting a boner right now. It's not me, but it could have been me at a period of my life. Well, that's very kind of you.
やめるの?
Yeah, here goes. Fuck it. I mean, what were you expecting? Yeah, I mean, doing dumb, impulsive shit in the back room of a unlicensed clinic is actually 100% something a teenager or high school student would do. More than likely. More than other people, I would wager. I mean, shit, when I was 16, I'd drink all sorts of shit if you handed it to me.
あの後のことは覚えてる? その様子じゃ覚えてないね。一度はね、昏睡から回復したの。でも検査してる間、ずっとぼんやりしてて、そのうちまた意識が飛んで寝ちゃった。普通あんなの飲む？バカとしか思えないけど。
Again, it's for my exams, lady.
ちなみに倒れた原因は味だよ。
If I like to stick to this story with the absolute conviction, I should be able to get what I'm looking for here.
まあ、どうでもいいか。おかげでいいデータが取れたってこと。今度は私の番でしょ、取引。それでわざわざ起きるの待ってたの。私のオリジナルの薬ね。あんまり外には知られたくないの。他言は厳禁ってことでいいよね。
Again, there's something quite horny about all this. Of course, I honestly, you could tell whoever, whatever, I don't give a shit. I should have said the other thing.
種類もそのうち増えるかもね。今後ともごひいきに。
These little fast forwards are a little annoying. I don't know how many times I need to look at this head wiggle animation. Same music cue. I get it. It's like, oh, you're establishing a new confidant, but just Persona 3 and 4 is already too much. Just get me in and out. I have played Persona before. I know the significance of forging a new bond. This, I've always hated the voice acting for this narration. And I hate it in Japanese just as much as I hate it in English. It's just, it takes too fucking long. I don't... The significance is lost on me because it just feels like a repeat thing in 4 tradition.
あ、これも覚えてない？検査中にも言ったけど、10代のモルモットは貴重でね。私はあなたの受験のためにお薬。
Sounds good.
新薬。もう動けるでしょ？今日は帰っていいよ。じゃ、お大事にどうぞ。
Yeah, I would say so. Pretty ballsy, burgers. No longer quite as milk toast. That's a, that is a solid, translation of whatever that word is in Japanese. Milk toast is perfect for level 1, gutsiness. Here's where I'm like just blatantly cheating. I also installed a mod to just... Why don't you just tell me what answers are correct? This is me just working around what I don't like about the game, which is there's no real way to suss out. Well, it's inherently not what I'm looking for in how they do the whole social link thing. I really, and I understand this is consistent with the fact that I'm playing a guy whose power is to assume different personas, and that makes him special in combat. Like, I get that. I have to be this weird sociopath who is just buttering people up and telling them what they want to hear, so I can learn all of their things and use their perspectives and personas in combat. But I mean, I really want to just, because it's such an important factor in the gameplay, and because there's no real way to suss out what the real correct answers are. The game just doesn't tell you enough to like make that sort of decision making interesting. I think, just honestly, in my opinion, that whole system is not great. I wish there was like a more thoughtful approach to how you interact with your social link friends. And there was more consistency and player choice in how those relationships are forged. It really just feels like I'm just a weird sociopath, like, adding up points. And I understand that is very cool and funny, and hey, RPGs are about rolling the dice, right? Sometimes you roll a +2, sometimes you roll a +3. So taking away that element is definitely me really changing how the game is played. But at the same time, because of just the nature of the world we live in, where it is not random, and that you can very easily just go onto your phone and look up what the answers are, I simply see my solution as eliminating the middleman and making my life a little easier. So yeah. This is his doing. Right, Burgers? Ugh, I understand how you feel. I had a friend who took their own life when I was just a little bit older than On. So I do have a personal investment, I guess, more so than most people going through this particular quest line. Although not really. I've never been a victim of sexual abuse. I've never been a victim of sexual harassment. Not to really my any recollection or consciousness anyway. But yeah, it's tough. You absolutely do feel responsible. But ultimately, what to focus on is to simply assess and, consider what lessons you learned. In time. Years. Decades, maybe. Only then can you really start coming to that conclusion. I think the last time I streamed, I was like, making fart jokes and singing little songs. So wow, quite a difference. I would also be drinking, which I don't do anymore. Yes, we absolutely want to increase our bond with Sojiro. His Japanese voice actor is Okay, yeah, actually, I believe he is my favorite. I absolutely am in love with the character and inflections of his performance. They're just wonderful, just perfect on my ears.
学校はどうだ？問題を起こすようなことしてねえよな。
Maybe I've got daddy issues. I don't know. I'm not causing any trouble. Not in the way that he's thinking.
保護士ってのはな、月に2回書類を出す義務があんだよ。ただでさえめんどくせんだから。変なこと書かせんなよ。
I didn't like Sojiro for a long while in this game, but I realized that in this introduction part of the game, he really is just like playing the role of like tough guy, like paternal, like elderly fraternal figure in like the most traditional like toxic macho way, because he thinks he's helping. Like he's not I mean, he took this kid in. Like, don't fucking try to tell me Sojiro doesn't have some desire to give back to his community and his friends and family. But man, he really also he's a very he's a character is what he is. He should have been caught during the vetting process of being a foster father. I believe, although I don't recall the nature of like how this whole like arrangement worked out. I think he's like friends with Berger's parents, I want to say. So maybe he's not part of like any sort of agency. And I don't know what fostering is like in Japan at all. I would assume actually it's probably the attitudes that you're exposed to when in that environment are probably just as rigid as what we're seeing in this game, if I were to assume. Yeah, just loudly, you know, very much, yeah, playing an old cranky guy. Who should be revered and respected, because doing so builds character and strength, because you don't know anything, you dumb, dreamy idiot. But this is nice, you know, like the boundaries are coming down a little bit. I love coffee, so that sounds great. Yes, exactly. Couldn't have put it more succinctly myself. The bond is growing a little closer. See, here's this fucking little head nod again, and now we're gonna cut to what's her name? Yeah. They actually did not know that yet. Now, just gonna say pretty much the same fucking thing she said 3 minutes ago. This is why I've started this game, but I've not gotten very far, because while it's definitely sped up a lot, it's still just I don't love it as much as it thinks I do. Unfortunately. I love the hat. He's got a really good style for like a older older man. And now he's starting to offer words of praise. It's good progress. My dad said some kind things to me over the weekend. Which isn't completely unusual, but I could tell they were a little bit more earnest. I guess a little unusual. I can't really recall many times being praised by my father when I was young. Got it. That gives me the most points, so I'm gonna say that. Great. Now I get some me time once in a while too. What time we got here? It's 8. I thought for a moment I thought this is my character thinking to himself, it's such a pain to put on makeup. I agree. But I'm surprised that this character would know that. And I've only put on makeup a few times in my life for costumes. As you kind of think of putting in my contacts as kind of putting in makeup. Sounds like a pain in the ass. But, you know, that's... yeah. Ugh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I do. I will always take the opportunity to be kind to Ryuji, because no one has ever been kind to him in his life. And no one in this, people in this game continue not to be kind to him. Poor guy. I know he has some really fucking dumb ideas and takes, and he's impulsive to a fault, but he is also a 16-year-old boy. 15-year-old boy, I don't know. He's more mature than I was. At least he understands right from wrong for the most part. Which is more than I could say at that age. And he's angry about it, which he should be. Great character. No, he wasn't, because he has not gone to... Oh, they're talking about the thing from before I changed his heart. Oh, nice. I didn't need to know that. Oh, fuck. I mean, I would assume, like, an emperor would do, like... just to, like, you know, do the macho thing would be chariot racing, right? But it's a gimme, it's all of them. Like, why would it not be that answer? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, he was not a good dude. No, intelligence has nothing to do with the ability to recall trivia. But thank you. About that, in defense of Nero. Yeah, he's way worse than Nero. Or, to be more specific and accurate, if given the chance, Kamoshida would swap places with Nero in a heartbeat. Alright. Hey, that was really fun. It's 8:02. Shit. Well, I'm going to stop playing this video game now. Da da da. I think I saved. Now what's the Twitch stream look like? Oh wow, look, some people in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Oh wow, oh that's cute. Erica followed me. You guys are so nice. Gosh dang it. I'm gonna get all teared up. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I will return to doing this after I get a microphone that is not nails on the chalkboard to listen to. And yeah, this is not anything that I expect anyone to watch on a regular cadence. No expectations. I am not, again, this is just for myself. I'm not even going to pay attention to chat. I'm not here to make friends. No offense, I don't really want to make friends with people who play video games. I have enough of those. But hey, who knows, right? Never say no. How do I stop streaming? I think I hit this button. Alright, take care everyone. Have a happy 4th of July if you celebrate that in America. And I love you. And good luck. Take care. Bye.